For more on this, I want to bring in Caitlyn Jenner, Republican candidate for governor of California and the first transgender woman to run for governor. And I mention that last part because I want to get your thoughts on what's unfolding, not just in Loudoun County, but across the country with talk about transgender policies as they get ready to vote.
Well, I've been very outspoken on that. I believe that we have to protect girls' sports in school and high school. I think that's extremely important. There is more to the issue than that. The Olympic Committee just had the first transgender athlete that will be competing. But at the Olympic level, it's much, there's rules and regulations for trans athletes to be able to compete. At the high school level, there really isn't. And so we need to just continue to look at that issue. Yeah.
What about critical race theory? I know that's something that you've been pretty vocal on.
Well, I was just watching that, and I feel for those parents. If I become governor there, I will do everything to fight critical race theory being taught to our children. This generation coming up is probably the least racist generation, the most open-minded generation in the history of our country. You know, we don't need to set them back and try to teach them racism. And so I am totally 100% against that. The reason I'm running for governor is because I'm standing up. I don't like what's happening in our state. It's been horrible, the decline of our state. And I'm proud of those people down there that they, you know what, they're standing up. They're trying to make a difference, and I encourage that.
Yeah, I want to get to some of the news headlines, but real quickly, just bumper sticker it for me. What is Caitlyn Jenner's political brand? Because you don't have a political track record. We can't see how you would vote on policy. So what's your brand?
And that's a good thing. I am an outsider. I totally agree with you. I am a total outsider, okay? And running as a Republican in the bluest of blue states. But I go in there. I don't owe one special interest in Sacramento. I don't owe them one favor. I'm not the one who gave us the highest tax rates in the nation. I'm not the one who put 21.2 million words of regulations on the people and the businesses of California. They did that. I'm coming in as an outsider. I consider myself kind of a compassionate disruptor. Okay. I want to go in there and I want to shake the system up. Yeah. We cannot continue to go down the road that we're going. We're losing the state. 18,000 companies have left the state of California, and they're continuing to leave.
Well, here's one of those issues that as you step into the fray, it's on fire. I want to turn now to the crime that's surging in many of America's cities, including several in your home state of California. Right. In Los Angeles, homicides are up 127%. Shootings up 58% year to year. What is your plan to make California safe?
Well, first of all, I live in Los Angeles County, and our chief of the Sheriff's Department, Alex Villanueva, just lowered the standards for concealed carry. I saw the interview that he did, and it was almost like he didn't want to do it, but you know what he said? People have to protect themselves nowadays, because you know what? Our poor police force has been so demonized over the years. I support our law enforcement 100%. In fact, I go down the street and I see a police officer. I give them a thumbs up. I shake their hand. I say, hey, thank you for your service. I try to do everything that I can, and I support them. But crime, we have to stop what we're doing right now. It's obviously not working.
A sheriff from Montana on just moments ago, and he said, you know, much like we used to say as military children after the Vietnam War, we were saying, you know, give Dad a hug, my father who fought. And he said, give a cop a hug when you see him. They may need that.
I totally agree. My dad was in World War II. He landed Omaha Beach.
Wow.
A great patriot, and buried at Arlington. And I'm running because of how that generation, the greatest generation, stood up. I want to stand up too.
I want to talk about the border.
Okay.
I mean, fortunately, you even have a wall in your state. I don't know if anybody's told the vice president because we can't get her to go to the border. But
yes.
Illegal immigrants continuing to cross into border states now, including California, as the Biden administration is now giving a second chance to those who were denied asylum under President Trump. Meanwhile, VP Kamala Harris, just as I said, it's 91 days as the borders are without visiting the border. Your take?
As governor, I would close our California border. I would use, on state land, use state funds to close the border. we have to have a control of our immigration system. And as you know, just a couple of weeks ago, the Supreme Court said in a 9-0 decision that anybody who comes into this country illegally under the TAPS program, the temporary protected status, they are not eligible for citizenship. They have to leave the country and come in the right way. If anybody is in the state of California and they're here illegally and get arrested, they're gone. Out with the bad. But there's a lot of great immigrants in Southern California. Great people. I know so many of them.
Who are here legally.
That are here legally. Some maybe not, but they've been here for so long.
So are you for
and they are
amnesty?
a vibrant part of our economy. They're a vibrant part of our state. And
So, Caitlyn, are
they
you
they need to get legal protection to be able to stay.
So you're for amnesty?
In those cases, yes. If they've been here, they've been good citizens, I am all for them. I want them to stay.
We've got to wrap. Last quick question. You know, governors are held to a different standard, perhaps, than we've ever seen before. I mean, people are looking at them more than ever. Could that person be president? And maybe they always have, but it seems like we're focused. Many of them are Democrats. You've got Andrew Cuomo here in New York and all of the multiple investigations.
Right.
And you've got Gavin Newsom in your state. You're running again. What would Americans say about Caitlyn Jenner in terms of presidential sort of acumen?
I am a Republican, a proud Republican, but I'm an inclusive Republican.
Would you
and I
run?
think that's what, and I think that's what the Republican Party is missing, because I'm on the Republican side, because I have conservative economic values. It's worked throughout history. Less taxes, less regulations. It works. But on the social side, I'm inclusive to everybody. I don't want to be put in that little box of you're a Republican. Okay. I'm on the outside. I want the Republican Party to come to me, because we need to be more inclusive to everybody. And that's what I'm running on.
All right. Caitlyn Jenner, we will see how it all turns out.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Actually, I'm enjoying it, Harris. It's been fun.
Well, and it's broken in your state. You say you can fix it. They are looking. They've got high expectations for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's been fun.
It was great to see you. Good to meet you.
Good seeing you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.